Hey everybody, welcome back to my Slice of Heaven. I'm Joey, and today we're still working on some more cookies. Today we're going to be making chocolate chip walnut cookies. We had some leftover walnuts. We decided to throw an extra cookie in the Christmas mix. So let's go ahead and get started. And the ingredients we need for these cookies are 1 cup of butter. We're going to need baking powder. We have sugar in this container, flour in this container. We'll need some chopped walnuts, chocolate chips. We'll need salt, brown sugar, eggs, vanilla, and all the proper measuring spoons and bowls and cups and mixing bowls. So let's go ahead and get started making these cookies. We're going to start off with 1 cup of softened butter, which is 2 sticks. And what we're going to do first is we're going to cream the butter and the sugars together. One cup of softened butter, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, and 3/4 of a cup of firmly packed brown sugar. And next we're going to use the mixer and mix it up till it's creamy. Next we're going to put in 2 large eggs. Now the original recipe says to beat these first, but I'm thinking we're going to put them in the mix anyway and use the blender, so they'll get beaten pretty good. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And maybe just a little extra. And then we'll go ahead and mix this up. And just mix it up till the egg is pretty well incorporated in your mix. And again, we want to get it off the sides of the bowl. Next, we're going to add 1 cup of walnuts, chopped walnuts, and 1 bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Usually you mix this with your spoon at this time, but I'm going to try it with the spatula. I'm going to try it with the mixer. I remember as a kid, this would be good enough for me right here. I would eat it just like it is. Next, we're going to put in 2½ cups of flour. And then we're going to mix this in. Now with this last ½ cup of flour, I'm going to sprinkle the 2 teaspoons of baking powder over top of my flour mix. It's probably better if you mix all this with the flour before you mix it in. But we got it in there now. And 1 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm using 1 teaspoon of salt because I'm making a mess. Used 1 teaspoon of salt because I'm using unsalted butter. Usually you would just use 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I think we're going to have to mix this with the spatula or a wooden spoon like Chris is trying to hand me. Alright, and this is what it should look like after you get everything mixed together pretty good. You want to make sure you don't see no white flour. I mean, of course, we got some stuck to the side of the bowl. But the dough looks pretty good. And I'm just going to leave this sit for a minute while I get the cookie sheets in all ready. And we will get some of these in the oven. Okay, we have the oven preheating at 325. And we're going to use a teaspoon, and we want a good heaping teaspoon. Something about like that, I guess. Whoops, I forgot an important step. Grease the cookie sheet. And then we're going to put these about 2 inches apart. So we should be able to get about 12 per sheet. All right, we have 12 on each cookie sheet here. We're going to stick these in our oven, which is preheated 325. And I think it's going to take 12 minutes. I will double check on that and I'll get back to you. It's been 12 minutes. Actually, it's been like 14. And you want to take them out when they just start looking brown around the edges. They still look a little wet in the top, but brown around the edges, and that should make for a nice chewy cookie. Well guys, the cookies are done. They're a little soft right now, but when they start cooling down, they will firm up. This is the way I like mine. Like I said, we do it till they're brown around the edges and they still look a little wet in the middle on the top. After they fully cooled, it will be a chewy cookie. Well, that's going to be it for this video, guys. This will be the last of our cookie videos, our Christmas cookie videos. I know I should have timed it better and got them out before Christmas, but it just didn't happen. If you enjoyed this video, please post in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite Christmas cookie is. Like I've mentioned in the last video, mine are the snowballs. That's going to be it. Till next time, I hope you all have a great day.